You might be wondering why I'm surrounded by strawberry plants in a vibrations lab. Well, I was approached by one of my colleagues in biology, Alison McLean, who was looking to grow strawberries indoors over our Canadian winters. And she's faced with the problem of pollination. Yes, bees are an absolutely excellent pollinator. However, they don't do so well indoors. It's not good for their health and it's very expensive. So she came to me to see if we can find a mechanical solution to this pollination problem. Okay, it's the flowers on the strawberry plants that we need to talk about if we're looking at pollination, because it's the flowers that produce the fruit. On the outside, we have the anthers, which is the male part of the flower, and they contain little bags of pollen. So the first goal is to release that pollen and onto the second part that is important, which is the stigmas on the inside, the female part of the plant. And we need to get pollen on each one of these stigmas if we want to produce a really nice strawberry fruit. However, if you're not effective in your strawberry production, you will get strawberries that are deformed and miscolored. So as you can see here, this strawberry is misformed and this one is misformed and miscolored because they haven't had pollen go on each one of the stigmas contained within the flower. Each one of those stigmas end up producing that seed that we see on those strawberry fruit. And those seeds are not seeds at all. Each one of those is actually a fruit. And those fruits combine to create the berry that we all know and love. So the question is, how do we get the pollen from the anthers onto the stigmas in order to produce that fruit? So there are ways that mechanical pollination has been shown to be effective, including this fancy looking toothbrush here that vibrates and tickles the flower, releasing the pollen and distributing it across the flower. However, these methods are not very effective because it requires a person, such as myself, to visit each one of these flowers, so it's very time consuming and very costly. So we're looking at different ways to automate this process in order to distribute pollen across all the flowers at all times. And there's many ways we can likely do that, one of which is vibrations such as this toothbrush. We can also look at brushing, we could look at airflow, we can look at acoustic waves. So there are many different ways we think we can pollinate flowers effectively and automatically. So stay tuned as we explore those methods together.